Hi guys, I just returned from the 2025 Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting, and I'd like to give you 5 takeaways. The first isn't really even related to the meeting itself. It's just the performance. Berkshire Hathaway stock is up roughly 18% year to date versus negative 5% for the S&P 500. Now, that is salt in the wound to all those people who have been saying Berkshire Hathaway stock is just a proxy for the S&P and it's going to roughly match the S&P. Now, granted, it kind of mostly did for the past decade, but in this case, Berkshire didn't load up with all those big high-flying tech companies that the S&P 500 is forced to buy because guess what? And forced to weight heavily because it's a cap-weighted index. So good for Berkshire. The second takeaway is the crowds. Last year, the first year without Charlie Munger, the crowd seemed a bit lower. So I expected a continuation of that trend. I was wrong. It took me a long time to find parking. It took me a long time to wait in the line, and I had to go to the overflow seating. Now, that was bad, but also good because I'm kind of happy that so many people showed up for Warren Buffett. I do think there's this kind of like foreboding sense that any given year, I mean, he's 94, going on 95 pretty soon. Any given year could be the last, so people want to come out and see him. But hey, he deserves that attention. The third takeaway is cash. Berkshire Hathaway has $347 billion in cash, which could be looked at positively. Hey, that's a lot of cash. Or negatively, hey, that's a lot of cash because Berkshire doesn't see a lot of opportunities. They also don't see opportunity in Berkshire stock. They did no buybacks this past quarter. But I'm feeling, and I think I trust Warren Buffett, I should say, when he says that he expects that cash to be deployed over the next 5 years. You notice he said 5 years, not 5 months, guys. The fourth takeaway is Japan, specifically how much faith Berkshire has in its Japanese investments. A couple of years ago, it bought a bunch of Japanese trading houses. These are conglomerates. And Buffett this year said, we expect to hold these companies for the next 50 years. That's a long commitment. The average U.S. marriage lasts just 8 years. So 50 years is a phenomenally long time to commit to anything for. The last takeaway is Greg Abel. Specifically, Buffett officially announced that he's officially recommending the Berkshire board replace him with Greg Abel as CEO starting at the beginning of next year. We'd known that Abel was kind of in the hopper since 2021 when Charlie Munger leaked it, so it's no surprise that it's Abel. It's the timing that's new. Now, technically, Abel is not like guaranteed to be the CEO, but Buffett has recommended the board install him as CEO, and Buffett certainly has a lot of sway over the board, so I think this one is in the bag. Now, Buffett got a standing ovation when he mentioned this. He mentioned it at the very end, so he wouldn't have time to take questions on it. He got a standing ovation, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically said, this is a wonderful response, or actually, I could take it in a positive way or a negative way, but I'm going to choose to take it in a positive way. And considering that Berkshire Hathaway stock is up more than 3.8 million% since the 1960s versus a little less than 25,000% for the S&P 500, Buffett certainly deserves a standing ovation. He deserves all the attention, the packed arena, and he deserves to go down in the history books as the world's greatest investor.